Welcome to Travel Nation. What happens if the rising tension between the United States and Iran explodes into a full-blown war? Could it drag in the world's biggest powers, Russia and China? Today, we uncover how this conflict could ripple across the globe and possibly ignite something far bigger than a regional war. 1. Why this matters. Let's start with the basics. Iran is not just any country, it's a pivotal player in the Middle East, and it sits on massive oil reserves, one of the most strategic waterways in the world, and a network of alliances stretching from Lebanon to Yemen. The United States, meanwhile, has military bases surrounding Iran and has already imposed severe sanctions. But here's where it gets serious. Russia and China both back Iran, economically, militarily, and politically. 2. China's role in a US-Iran war, economic powerhouse, strategic friend. China is Iran's #1 oil buyer. It's also Iran's infrastructure partner, having invested billions through the Belt and Road Initiative. In the event of war, China could oppose US actions at the UN and offer diplomatic support to Tehran. It might ramp up arms sales, cyber defense, and financial workarounds to help Iran dodge US sanctions. And most importantly, China could deploy warships near the Strait of Hormuz, not to fight, but to assert influence and protect its oil interests. 3. Russia's strategy. Military muscle in the region. Russia is already on the ground in the Middle East. It backs Assad in Syria and has deep ties with Iranian military forces. If the US attacks Iran, Russia could supply advanced missile systems, drones, and radar tech. Increase air defense coordination in Syria and Iraq. Work closely with Iranian and Hezbollah militias to target US forces through proxy warfare. And in the cyber domain, Russia has the tools to hit back at US infrastructure, banking, energy, even satellites. 4. Proxy warfare. The hidden battlefield. Let's be clear, a war with Iran wouldn't just be fought in Iran. Expect Hezbollah in Lebanon to strike Israel. Iranian-backed militias in Iraq to hit US bases. Houthi rebels in Yemen to escalate attacks in the Gulf. Russia and China could quietly empower these groups with weapons, intelligence, and funding, all without declaring war. 5. The nuclear question. Iran's nuclear ambitions are already a flashpoint. If the war pushes Iran to weaponize its nuclear program, China and Russia might step in more directly to either support or contain it, depending on how far things spiral. At the same time, the US could be pressured into preemptive strikes, not just on Iran, but potentially on any shipment or site believed to contain nuclear materials. This would be the moment when the world holds its breath. 6. Could it trigger WWII? Let's be realistic. Neither Russia nor China wants to start World War III. But they do want to stop US dominance, especially in oil-rich regions. If a US-Iran war drags on, China may form naval coalitions to protect trade routes. Russia may escalate joint military drills in neighboring areas. And both might increase direct coordination with Iran behind the scenes. A single miscalculation, a strike on a Russian radar base or a Chinese oil tanker sunk, could be enough to set off something none of us want. 7. What the world should watch for. These are the red flags. UN Security Council vetoes and resolutions blocked by Russia and China. Large-scale military drills by Russia-Iran or China-Iran. Cyber attacks targeting US infrastructure. Disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz or South China Sea. Final thoughts. The world is more connected and more fragile than ever before. A war between the US and Iran isn't just about two nations. It's a potential trigger for a global showdown, one where Russia and China, each with their own agendas, could reshape the future of global power. Stay alert, stay informed, and keep watching Travel.